Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at some more underrated teams for the March Madness to help you out with your bracket. We are now a week and a half away from Selection Sunday. It's right around the corner. Couldn't be more excited. So we're here today with another March Madness related video, and the first team we're going to be looking at today is Arkansas. Of course, we're going over three underrated teams in this year's March Madness, and you take a look at Arkansas. They are 23-6 right now. Got off to a bit of a rough start, slid down out of the AP poll. They had some injuries, but now they've got more of their identity, and they are a projected 5 seed with some pretty good numbers when you look at them in Ken and in the net. Of course, coming in with a big win over Kentucky. I believe they just won by 1 point against LSU. Let's see, this is being recorded on March 3rd, so they won last night, I believe, against LSU in a nail-biter. But yeah, let's take a look at them here in the rankings. We're going to be using the KenPom rankings and the net rankings to evaluate these teams today. And first off, in the net, Arkansas is 5-4 in Quad 1, 23rd overall, so a pretty good ranking there. It's about where a 5 seed should be, and the net plays a pretty good part into the NCAA's overall rankings. So 23rd in the net, 19th in KenPom. The offense is not that great, 57th, but defensively they are very good. 13th in terms of defense, and they just beat Kentucky, an almost fully healthy Kentucky. So that's a sign, because I think Kentucky's a legit Final Four contender. Now, they are heating up in a huge way. They've won 13 of their last 14 games and are one of the hottest teams in college basketball. Those wins include, well, we're gonna take a look at it right here. Those wins include Tennessee, Kentucky, and Auburn. Those are some really nice wins. And a huge part of March, picking the right teams in your bracket, it comes down to who's the hotter team lately, and we're going to talk about that again with a team later on in today's video. But now we're on to our second team, and that is the Texas Longhorns, coming in at 21-9, currently a 5 seed. They're ranked pretty good in the AP poll right now, I believe 20th, at least the last time I checked, and they're coming in as a pretty good team. However, they started out the year rough. I mean, they were a preseason top 5 team, started off the year rough, and people kind of forget about them. But as like an NBA team, I like to compare them to an NBA team because they had so many new guys coming in. It takes a while to build chemistry. They've built the chemistry, and now they're playing better when it really counts at the end of the year. Now, taking a look at them here in the rankings, first off with the KenPom, where they are 15th with the 29th offense and the 17th defense, top 30 in both, so they're a pretty good contender right there. I mean, they don't really have a weak point with a really good defense and a above average offense. In the net, they are 5-8 in Quad 1. Again, some of those losses came early on in the year. I believe they got blown out by Gonzaga. It was a rough start of the year for them, but they rebounded, got it together. They've had a very hard schedule. Plus, the Big 12 is just one of the better conferences in basketball. I don't know if I want to call it the best conference in basketball right now, but it's still really tough. They've got the number 30th strength of schedule, or the number 30 strength of schedule in KenPom right now. So they've had a rough ride, but they've started to get their act together. They're starting to play better, and Chris Beard getting his guys together when it really matters. Now, the final team that we're going to be taking a look at here is the TCU Horned Frogs. Now, this one is an interesting one. They've got some really rough losses. They lost to Santa Clara, who hasn't actually had a bad season. They're not a bad team out in the West Coast Conference. But this TCU team has had a very up and down season, coming in as a 9 seed at 19-9. They've, like I said, they've had their ups and downs. They started off rough. They started off Big 12 play really rough. But they've only lost to two unranked teams. 3 if you want to count Texas, but I mean, they were right there on the bubble, and then they get ranked the following week. So that's basically a ranked loss. They've got 2 losses to unranked teams. That's it. That's 2. I mean, 7 of their losses to ranked teams. They've played the number 1 team in the country, played a bunch of good SEC teams. and they are the 42nd best team in KenPom with the 77th offense and the 25th defense. So once again, we see a team with a good defense. This is a team that if they get the right draw, they could be dangerous. 44th in the net with a 6-6 quad 1 record. Now the 3-3 record in quad 2, that's what kills them. But again, some of those losses were early, especially the Santa Clara one. That's a quad 2. Now heating up, they have had a phenomenal week. They're currently playing Kansas right now. It's about a tie game at halftime, but they've got 2 straight top 10 wins against Kansas and Texas Tech. And as I mentioned, right now playing against Kansas, let me go check the score real quick. 35-35 at half. They've got a great chance at another upset tonight. And if they do, oh baby, watch out. But with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you like March Madness content, consider subscribing because we've got a whole lot more coming out, as well as that ultimate guide to March Madness that you do not want to miss. It'll help you fill out your bracket in a huge way. With that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe button if you enjoyed it at any point. Leave me a comment down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video.